Let's extend some drip, starting with a hole puncher and a straight coupler. I punched a hole in this 1/2 inch drip tube and I put a straight coupler in. Add a 1/4 inch drip line to that and we can run that to where we need it. Sometimes they're a little tough to get on, but if you work in the hot heat of the day, it'll be nice and easy to work. Run that down the driveway because I'm going to extend this drip down to the garage pots. In this tackle box, I have my corner couplers. For this, I'm going to use a corner coupler. You could also use a straight coupler. That's an option too. That's what those look like. So I'm going to start with a corner coupler because this particular one is going to go up along the wall. I have my 1/4 inch black solid drip line that I ran down from the 1/2 inch. And I'm going to start by putting the coupler into that line. I picked white drip line to go up along the building because I figured that would be the most inconspicuous against the dark gray siding and the white trim. And so this is the first step, just connecting the drip on 2 sides there. See how that's the black? We're going to connect the white. And I have that running up above the electrical box there, over to the door, up along the side of the door, and over the top of the door. First I'm going to tack this down. So I have just a landscape staple here to tack that down on the edge. There is some gravel here. This sidewalk is newish, so it's not going to go down super straight. I do have extra black drip line here, so I'm just going to put that in together in a circle and then put that down with a landscape staple. Here's where you can see I have that connected. It goes up over this electrical box, over to the small human-sized door, up on the top of the door, down to the other side, along the bottom of the garage. The next step is to add drip to the pots. This is a 1/4 inch brown drip tube with holes every 6 inches. I usually just kind of put that around the pot a bit to try and measure the size that I need, and then we need a T-coupler to make a circle out of this. I find that the circle waters best rather than any other method. It also makes sure that the drip waters, because it's connected to itself, it waters efficiently. And so the first step, just like we did with the last one, is to put the T into one side of the drip tube, into the other side of the drip tube, and then connect that to the white line that we have running along the base of the garage. I just try to tuck this in amongst the plants, and then I'll probably put in a couple landscape staples to help hold it down into the pot. And that end of the T, I try to make sure faces the back of the pot. So the next step is to tap into the white line, the supply line. For this, I have more white drip tubing, and then more T couplers, along with just a quick little snips. The first step is just going to be to take a cut into the supply line, and we're going to put a T into this one. I'm going to put a couple T's into here because there's 3 pots on this particular side. So here's the first step. Put the one side of the T coupler into the drip line, put it into the other drip line, and then connect a supply line from your main supply into your pot. So we're going to connect it onto this T and then also connect it into the T inside the pot. It's all connected, so I have one in each pot, one in the small pot there, one in the pot with the evergreen. You can see I have 3 lines coming off the back and then one coming into the potted plant here. This is just a hanging basket, a cheap hanging basket you can get in the spring, popped into a pot. It comes over the garage into this spot. There's one in this evergreen. You can see 3 lines coming off of there, one for the fern, one for the evergreen, and one for the mixed potted plant. Once I added landscape staple there, everything will be finished. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.